What's going on, guys? Glenn, Midtown Power Washers. Beautiful Memphis, Tennessee. You don't see that a whole lot in Memphis. Got that old ball shirt on today. The reason why I want to do this video is I want to talk about the methods of a house wash. There's three ways to get chemical onto a substrate, right? There is a soft wash system. Now that can either be a gas powered roof pump, that can be a air diaphragm, or what I use, 12 volt. Okay, so we got a 12 volt system. That's what I clean the majority of everything with. I'll crank up the pressure washer to rinse with, but I use that 12 volt to clean the majority of everything. Is it the most efficient way? No, in my opinion, it's not. But that's the first one that we use. All right, the second one that we use, if we have a situation happen where the 12 volt system's down for some reason, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on there. So every once in a while, you know, something will happen. We'll be on a job and, you know, we'll lose something. We got an air leak. We got something's going on. It's not often, but it happens. So we have a X-Jet. Now I have the N5 X-Jet, which got the little twist nozzle on it. But the X-Jet can apply a little bit hotter than the next one, which is a downstream injector. Everybody knows of them. They're great. I'm gonna probably order a system from Arkansas Soft Wash that you know, is the remote thing, so I can turn it on and off as we go, because that is probably the most efficient way to clean the majority of things. Okay, it's not going to really get you hot enough for brick. The reason why we really like that what we normally use, which is the 12 volt soft wash system, is because we can really dial it in. I can do anything from vinyl, which is not much chemical, to roofs, to the dirtiest of roofs. I can spray, you know, 12.5% straight on a roof if I want to. I don't do it, but I could. So that 12 volt system is amazing because it's versatile. I can use the 12 volt system if I wanted to soft wash everything. I don't really technically need a pressure washer. I can just use the 12 volt, spray chemical, turn the chemical off, spray water, just using that 12 volt, and I've done it before, you know. So it's possible to do, and it's just, man, the versatility of it is so appealing, because roofs are where we make our money. You know, that is the least amount of work for the most amount of money, and that's what I like. I like the least amount of work for the most amount of profit. The X-Jet, great tool to have. The only thing is you're lugging around a 5-gallon pail. Luckily, like, I can do that, and if you got a helper, it ain't nothing. You just get them to follow you, manage your hoses, and you're just going through blasting. So, you know, the X-Jet's legit. It's a great backup for us. I know that I can pull it out and we can clean anything basically that it needs to be cleaned. You got to do a little math in your head as far as dilution ratios and stuff like that, because you're basically mixing into a 5-gallon bucket, and then you're getting a fourth, so a lot hotter than you would get downstream injectors. Some downstream injectors say that they're like a fourth. Not happening. Some say they're a 20th, some say they're a 10th. So you really got to check your downstream injector and see what it's rated for, and do a bucket test. You know, the vast majority of stuff that we do downstream is we're just putting it in straight lava. We're putting it in straight SH, and we're just shooting. I haven't come to a situation yet where it's too much to do that. So those are the three ways, man. There's gas powered roof pumps, there's air diaphragm pumps, and then there's a 12 volt system. A lot of different ranges of things that those can do. In my opinion, from all the research that I've done and for using one, I don't see how anything could really beat the 12 volt as far as versatility. Now, I'm not putting out 10 gallons a minute. Now they just came out with a 12 volt that puts out 10 gallons a minute, but I don't see the necessity for it. Of course, I've never used one. There's guys that I've talked to that have gas-powered pumps, and they swear by them because they can put out 10, 12 gallons a minute on a roof or whatever, and they can shoot it, 80 feet or something ridiculous. Haven't needed it. Trust me, I love toys, so if I needed it, I would have gotten it. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go out to this house. I'll show you kind of what I do. It's just I'll get some footage of it, just to let you see, and I'll try to explain what's going on there. Trying to get back to the basics on this channel. We're gonna spray this down, then we'll come back and rinse it. We're overcast today, so we really don't have to worry about stuff drying on us too quick. It's still a little warm, so we got to watch it. So we've done the entire house all the way around. We've pre-treated all of this and all that, and then let me show you how you get from a $700 ticket to an $1,100 ticket. You add a little walkway. He didn't want to do the driveway, but he did want to do around the pool. So we pre-treated it, pre-treated that. The only part we haven't pre-treated is where all this furniture is. Usually in our customer contract, it'll tell them, hey, stuff needs to be moved, otherwise we're not moving it, basically. But with this being an add-on, obviously I did that. So we went from a $700 ticket to a $1,100 ticket. No, excuse me, $1,000 ticket. So went from 7 to 1,000 like that with a phone call. So, you know, guys, always be looking for those add-ons. All of this is taking me an hour to pre-treat everything, to wash the house. 1 hour. We're looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how it's going right now. This will be a piece of cake. It's pretty cool because you can see where, like, the splashing, you see how it's white right here? It's not white right there. I've sprayed all of this, but there's a ring around this whole pool, all the way around, where they splash up. And you know what they put in pool? Chlorine, sodium hypochlorite. So that white spot, I don't put any soap when I'm doing all my flat work. I turn the soap off, and I pre-treated this pretty hot, like a 3%, so it's hot. But I don't really have anything to mess up back here, and I'll be able to run behind this surface cleaner. Always pre-treat, sometimes post-treat. That's one thing I've learned along the way. Always at least hit it with like a 1.5, you know, at the very least, and just let it go. If that's all you got, if that's all you can get on it, is a 1.5%, go ahead and do that. Then hit the house wash. SH will be dry by the time you go back, but it'll have done its job, which is kill all that growth. You see these like checkerboards stuff in driveways where people have washed their driveway and they go this way and there's lines. Well, then they go the other way, which sometimes works, but then again, sometimes it makes it look like a checkerboard, and you know, you're screwed either way. So the way to prevent that from happening, the way to remedy all of that, is to pre-treat. You pre-treat, then, as you can see back here, is done. You pre-treat, then if for some reason you didn't get it all and there's lines, go ahead and post-treat. Spray it on there and leave. This is a 12-volt system. This is why I like this, because this up here doesn't need much, like 0.75%, 1%. Brick, where there's growth, where it's real bad, like around where you saw me spray over here, where it had all that blue algae growing on this deal, and it's all gone. It's like a 2.5%, 3%. Okay, so you got to learn your substrates, learn what percentage you need on each substrate. It'll make your job a lot quicker. I moved pretty fast on this one. I'm not upset about my speed on this. I don't think I could have went any faster. Oh, I could have, because I was setting up you know, the camera and everything else, so I could have actually went a little bit faster probably, but we're good. You know, $700 in 1 hour ain't bad. You know, and that just goes to show, know your worth. These houses are all minimum 4,500 square foot in this neighborhood. So if I know my worth, I know exactly, you know, how fast I can get something done. But at the same time, I've got the equipment that I've paid for to be able to do that. I've got my whole truck is built for me to know what's going on, me to be efficient, fast, quick, all that. It's a bad managing right there. I don't know if I told you I changed the oil in it today, put some power steering fluid in it. It's like a brand new truck. Anyway, we're gonna get this concrete knocked out. I'm gonna take me a little break for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna get this concrete knocked out and get paid.